Hey YouTube, I want to talk to you about a couple of things today. I want to get some people's opinions on some things. So one of the things I'm interested in hearing from people is their opinion on switching to a 1911 style pistol for competitions like IDPA or USPSA. In particular, switching to a 1911 style pistol that is not chambered in 45 ACP. And so why am I asking anyway? Why is this an issue? It's an issue only in that the purist in me says, your case gauge, purist in me says that 1911 should be in 45. However, there's really good arguments for switching to other calibers, particularly for instance, you can switch to a 1911 style pistol that's chambered in 9mm. It's a lot less expensive to run. It has its own technical challenges. Pistol needs to be made right. In other words, that you're better off having a ramped barrel than a feed ramp on a 9mm because of the shape and the geometry of the cartridge. But that's doable. Most of the manufacturers that make 1911 style pistols in 9mm do in fact have ramped barrels, so it's possible. The other caliber of choice is 40. Now I can tell you, 40 caliber for pistol competitions like IDPA and USPSA, it's very, very popular. It's kind of replaced the 38 Super, so you can make major and minor power factors. That'll change the class you're shooting in. So it seems to be real versatile. Nice round. If you want to shoot minor, man, you can make loads that you shoot them through a 1911 style pistol, or actually any pistol in 40 caliber. For minor loads, you can set them up with I feel like a bunny fart. Not much at all. So, I guess the other issue is for 40 cal. Again, is the cost of reloading is marginally less than 45, not much. But you can, in fact, even if you go up into like an open gun, which I'm not going to do, you can get higher capacity magazines. You can just hold more magazines in a 40 caliber shell squad. So I'm wondering what people thought of this. Would you do it or would you not do it? So that's kind of question number one. Would you get a 1911 with any other caliber besides 45 ACP, which I think is just such a great round. Now, and again, just to be clear, the purist in me has me convinced that you ought to get yourself a 45, another 45. Now, the question is, what 45? Almost regardless of caliber. I'm thinking about an STI. They're real good. Probably an STI Trojan. They're about $1,000. Or an STI Spartan. They're about $600. The difference is a little bit of the quality of the components. Not to say that either one of them is the Spartan, the less expensive one, is bad. But it's got a cast frame rather than a forged frame, which doesn't really bother me because, a good cast frame is better than a bad forged frame. And they have lifetime warranties on the frame, so I don't really view it as an issue. So that would be sort of my off the top of my head choice. And for a Trojan, you can go into 9mm, 40, and 45. Something about the name Trojan kind of bugs me. I'll let you figure out why. But anyway, Just sort of kidding. No, if you have an STI Trojan, it's a fine pistol. Don't get all worked up. Kidding around. The other question is, instead of a gun you buy sort of out of the box, why not go custom? And for a custom build, I was thinking about Caspian Arms. They're in Vermont, using some of their equipment. So Caspian upper, Caspian lower, Caspian slide, Caspian frame, and sort of tricking out all the other parts. So I wanted your opinion on that. Okay. The other opinion I'd like to hear people express is which semi-auto shotgun would you get to shoot 3-gun matches? Okay, semi-auto, not pump. And I would like to, for the purpose of discussion, exclude the Saiga 12 because I'm not going to be shooting an open class, and I don't like the Saiga 12 because, just for personal reasons, I don't think they really look like what a shotgun should look like. Now, so those are my questions. What's semi-auto? So here's some choices to kind of guide the discussion. One that I really like is the F&H SLP Mark I police shotgun. That thing's really nice. There's a Remington 1100 Tactical TAC-4. And then I guess there's the Mossberg, and I think it's a 950, something like that. Mossberg sort of being the lowest end of the bunch. Not to say they're not good shotguns. I'm sure they're okay. So again, those 3 shotguns, which do you think would be best? And I want to shoot. I want to. It's got, of course, they all. If you come up with one that's not on that list, that's just fine. But I want to make sure it has an extended magazine tube. It's IDPA side match or USPA, and 3-gun match legal shotgun. Alright, so I've been shooting a lot lately. Been busy at work. Pretty much all my time's been devoted to my work, my kids, family, and shooting. I can tell you, it's been pretty intense. This little machine is incredible, and this is actually this is all once-fired brass that I've shot in since I've got this machine, which is what, maybe a month or so. I don't know how much is in here. It seems like a lot though. So now, so that's using up a lot of factory ammo. So I sort of got my chops up on reloading, and you can see reloading. I am paying attention. I check the amount of powder and making sure the primers are seated correctly every once in a while. And you can develop a feel for the machine in terms of, you know, where things should be on the machine, how things should feel, you know, after not too long of a time. I also wanted to point out, so this is kind of a channel update in a question. I also want to point out that I posted a video on a chronograph with some rounds. I had a technical issue with that chronograph, unfortunately. It wasn't working. Had to go back, so those values are suspect. I think they're too high. Needless to say, I'll correct that in a subsequent video. Okay, YouTube. I'd appreciate those comments. Please let me know if you have any insight into single stack 1911s for competitive shooting. Again, for the single stack 1911s, as you can tell, this is the question I'm most interested in. I really want, I wanted something that is extremely reliable, can be tweaked. It's not for carry, it's for competition only, And the divisions I would shoot in are production or L10, limited 10. Okay? All right, so that's about it. Thanks for watching.